Thank you. I'd hoped you'd keep up the applause all the way up here as I slowly... Thank you very much, really. I'm quite honored to be here, and it's so great to see. And I don't know, Pin, you said that you'd like to see a bigger room next year. I agree with you. Let's take up the entire grand ballroom next year, shall we? So thank you very much to Chris and to World Business Chicago and to the China General Chamber of Commerce for hosting tonight's conversation, and to all the visiting elected officials and heads of business and philanthropic leaders that are gathered here tonight. I want to welcome you to the great state of Illinois and to the city of Big Shoulders. I also want to make a special thank you to Pin Nee, who has been a friend for some time and who has been a generous benefactor across Illinois and here in the city of Chicago, and someone that I think the entire business community knows. Pin Nee has dedicated 25 years to growing his business right here in the state of Illinois, and all the while prioritizing local jobs and investing in our communities. And Pin, your commitment to funding educational opportunities for young Americans to visit and to learn about China will help power the U.S.-China relationship for decades to come. So thank you. Since that diplomatic agreement in 1979, the fates of our two economies and our two nations have become increasingly interdependent. And that's particularly true here in Illinois. Trade between Illinois and China exceeded $44 billion in 2018. China is Illinois' third largest export market, and thousands of Illinoisans work for China-based firms. A relationship of that depth will inevitably feature some challenges, but our mutual success depends upon our finding a way forward. The measure of our common agenda must be our families, and I mean collectively, our families' ability to create a good life. As I'm sure you've heard, despite Illinois' natural advantages, a talented and educated workforce, our geographic location, diverse industries, great universities, and research labs, despite all of those things that we've got going for us in Illinois, the government of our state has had some challenges to overcome. But it's a new day in Illinois. After decades of disinvestment, this year, members of both political parties here came together to get some big things done and accomplish one of the most consequential legislative sessions in our state's history. We're setting the foundation for our state to lead for generations to come. So I want to share with you just a few of the exciting and important things that we've accomplished. First, we passed a bipartisan, truly balanced budget for the first time in a very long time in our state. And we're on the verge of structural changes that will improve the trajectory of our state's finances forever. We cut taxes on 300,000 Illinois businesses. In fact, we cut taxes on businesses by more than $250 million. We extended the research and development tax credit in our state for manufacturers and innovators. We created a new business apprenticeship tax credit program, elevating the innovation economy here and preparing our young people for the 21st century workforce. We created tax credits for building new factories, warehouses, and business facilities in Illinois. We invested in the technologies of the future, committing $100 million to the Chicago Quantum Exchange to make our state the Silicon Valley for quantum. We created tax incentives that attract new data centers for Illinois, which has one of the best power generation capabilities in the nation. We're attracting data centers every day by virtue of having created these incentives. We made college more affordable by expanding merit-based scholarships and college tuition grants to 10,000 additional students and restoring funding for our world-class universities and our nearly 50 community colleges. Collectively, Illinois institutions produce the second largest number of computer science graduates in the entire nation, the second most number of computer science graduates. It's a big deal. 1 in 10 computer science degrees in our nation comes from Illinois colleges. We passed the largest transportation and infrastructure investment plan in our state's history, $45 billion over 6 years to invest in the structures that connect and protect us so that we can remain the supply chain hub of the nation. We named that program Rebuild Illinois. And this capital plan is projected to create over 500,000 jobs across our state over the next 6 years. We're prioritizing our workforce training dollars to prepare people for job opportunities in our state's fastest growing industries. And we're building out high-speed broadband internet to every corner of our state, every community, not just throughout the city of Chicago and the suburbs, but all across central and southern Illinois. And folks, if you think that's a long list, I want you to know this. It's only the beginning. Illinois has the raw talent, the committed workforce, highly educated people, and frankly, the pure hustle that few states can match. And I'm committed to using every lever of our state government to make this an even better place to start and grow a company and to raise a family. So my message to all of you from near and far is Illinois is open for business. Thank you very much.